Hello, hello! Perfidious Beat here, wiping out alien species faster than a new mom on a toddler with a runny nose in Stellaris. And, it's 3 more species for the pile here, Galaxy. The Bacterians, yeah, they are, they're gone. There aren't any more. We killed them all. We Galapagos turtled them. Every last member of their species has finally found a good home in the belly of a human. The Tarathian fungus men, likewise, gone. They're gone like the pizzas they were diced and placed atop of, or the glasses of mushroom milk substitute they were ground into. That other species of space roaches who used to live down here in District 9, they're also gone. I don't even remember what their name was. They're gone like my memory of whatever the hell their species was called. And that's maybe the most cold-blooded thing that I've ever done as the ruler of the Peterian Empire here. I murdered an entire species of sentient creatures, and it was such a trivial matter that I can't even remember the freaking name of the species I eradicated. I might as well be some, like, turn-of-the-century Tennessee dirt farmer out in a field firing cannons full of grape shot into a passing flock of passenger pigeons. Just like, hey, I don't give a single shit about anything at all whatsoever. Enjoy! I'm a scumbag. And you know what? The eruptions over here... should probably hit the liner before I start scrolling radically. The Aryan Empire over here, well, I mean, they don't know it yet, but they're next on the menu. These guys are coming in. The one problem we do have is since so much of our food was alien-based, we do have a bit of a problem in the food production department. Now, I did do a little bit of, like, planet reconfiguring and maintenance off-camera just between episodes very quickly. Took a couple minutes, went through, spent some minerals, made some adjustments on all of our planets, and also moved some of the population around to different jobs. I'm hoping at the start of the new year, the Peterian Empire here is going to balance out from a production standpoint. I'm guessing our energy production should go down a little bit, but our food should rally up to right about where it needs to be. In the meanwhile, let's go take a look here at our boy the General as he... Oh, well, this planet is completely bombed into submission already. Well then, let's grab our transport fleet that's currently idling on Matar, and we will have them come over here and just land their armies. We'll continue bombing in the meantime. I don't really feel there's a need to stop. We do want to make gaps on those planets where we can put potential human settlers, after all. So, did we tick over on the month? We did, and our food problem has not really rallied. Completed a system, so we need more food. More food is what we need. Even at the cost of energy, which also is a bit of a problem for us because we need energy likewise. Let's do some upgrades here. What can we do to up our overall production of food? We're growing a population here. This guy, do you have... Okay, we're building a hydroponics farm. That's going to help. Once all the hydroponics farms I built are fully constructed, we actually should be okay. I'm going to come down here and also build a hydroponics farm. I will give up these 2 minerals once this is complete, and we will get a reminder about an idle building when it finishes, so that's acceptable. I'll give up 2 minerals in exchange for more food, because really, in fact, let's just put this growing population on there. We gotta get out of the negative in the food department. Building here. Are we clearing a tile blocker on this planet? Because we don't appear to be growing any population. Okay, we definitely need to do that. Oh, we can't clear a tile blocker because we don't have 100 energy. That's a bit of an issue. We're only getting 4 energy a month, and we do currently have a sector, by the way, that is, well, I mean, I was going to say it's slowly draining away all of our energy, but it's actually not doing it slowly. It's actually lowered down the pace a little bit. It was very, very rapidly draining away our energy, and these guys, let's just give you a couple extra minerals. I want my sectors to be able to build stuff with relative abandon, and a big problem for our sectors is actually their decided lack of food. Most of the food that we produce, I think, is going to help these guys rally up. They have no bonus to growth while we're in a negative food spiral, and I think a lot of our food is going to backfill that oversight. Not a distraction. You're currently bombarding, which is fine. Completed a system survey. Do we have any idle science ships? We do. The Torch is idle. Torch, you're not allowed to be idle. We might as well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get a jump start on, go ahead and start surveying this. We're going to have to come over here and survey this crap eventually. Let's get out in front of it. Nobody's coming back to Matara. We have a massive combat fleet there to protect our science ship specifically while they research those debris. And we can probably bump up our speed a little bit. Transport fleet, you, hurry up. Good. Outstanding. Border range has gone up by 20%. At the top of our next month, that's going to be big, big, big. Atmospheric manipulation allows us to change the climate of planets when terraforming them. Oh, that's... We could take a lot of our really terrible shitbox planets and make them into something better. Alternatively, we could just pick up an extra colony planet. Both of these are pretty good. I would rather be able to terraform the planets I have into something a little more habitable. And we can always try and circle back and pick up that extra core planet in a minute. The fact that we're still doing core planet research is how I know that we are vastly behind on research. And it's not that we're not getting research points. We actually are getting research points at a relatively good rate. It's just that our empire is so freaking big. We have trouble. The empire is so gargantuan, so, I don't know, it's like a out-of-control rampaging beast. The empire is so freaking large and has so many planets and people that we have just titanic, catastrophic research penalties. We still really need to do something about this food issue. We've got some time. We've got, like, what, 20 months? Almost, probably 2 years worth of food still stockpiled. Let's run through our plans very quickly and see if there's any place we can either build or upgrade a hydroponic farm that doesn't have one. These guys, we could suppress one mineral and get some food out of this. You know what? One mineral is not, yeah, we can sacrifice that. We'll give up one mineral for a little bit of extra food. That'll help pull us out of our deficit. That was on Petersburg. Who else could possibly get us more food? We could just clear a tile here and get some... Well, we can't really clear... Oh, we're already working on clearing a tile. We need to clear tiles anyway because they're capped on population, and we do still want those planets to grow. Food, you're on food. Only thing else we could do is take you away from minerals to put you on food, and I'd really rather not do that. These guys, we have a bunch of stuff queued here. Okay. No, that planet is probably good. Let's roll down to the bottom. These guys are going to be the ones who have been most ignored. You're building a hydroponic farm and growing a population on a tile that, you know what? Here, we'll build you a hydroponic farm as well. You're doing it on a planet. We definitely want to upgrade that power producing facility as well. El Pizza, what can we do down here? Can't really do anything down here that hasn't already been done. I mean, I suppose we could build a mine and queue it up behind that, but really don't want to cancel production or suppress production. What about all of y'all down here? They got a lot of energy on this planet, but not much in the way of food, and we're already working on building a hydroponic farm on the appropriate tile. Peterson City, what do you guys got? Power out the wazoo is what you got. This needs upgraded, and that's going to be the end of... Why are you... Hold on a minute. You're unhappy. Why are you unhappy? You're a member of the Popular Vote Society. Well, then, Mr. Popular Vote Society guy. We only have one slave on this planet. And, I mean, kind of feel like, we really only have two slaves on it. We only have two slaves on this planet. Huh. Well, I don't care what you're doing. I just don't want you screwing us out of energy. We need those energy credits. Here, do this. That's actually also bad, because you're still not a slave, and really what I want you to be... Here, just, you know what, swap with this slave. There we go. See, she'll do her job, and meanwhile, you can continue producing one food and one mineral, just as a slave. Fort Pete? That was Fort Pete. Well, you're about to Peterson City? San Pietego. San Pietego is such a toilet. We really want to... We need to terraform this planet. We need ecological adaptation to terraform inhabited planets. We really need to get that taken care of. Back to the running. Construction is complete. Mining station. Okay, we're gonna have a bunch of idle construction ships, and our minerals are actually going right now for the stability of the empire. I don't really feel like... We've also got plenty... There we go. Still waiting, huh? We should have been able to pick up 6 food by now. We built enough hydroponic farms that it's just... I don't think they've kicked off yet. That's all it is. The hydroponic farms haven't actually kicked in. We do need to do a tile clearing. Was that St. Peter's who needed a tile cleared? There was one planet we had that desperately... No, they already got one cleared. Was it Petersburg? No. Was it Petersonville? Nope. We had one planet that had a tile blocker on it, and we couldn't expand because of the tile blocker. We just couldn't afford to remove it. Which planet was that? It was Fort Pete. We're looking for food right now, so I think our best bet, let's clear this toxic kelp. Well, I mean, that's actually what we should do is clear this dense jungle. Dense jungle is cleared. It'll be cleared. It's going to be a while. That was like 3rd in its queue. And we can grow a pop down there and get 1 mineral, 1 food. New faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of Peterian Empire. Led by Governor Mikhail Kuzin, they call themselves the Internal Growth Initiative. Focused on financial growth and stability through peaceful means. What? Where are all these irritating factions coming from? Or is the Internal Growth Initiative... How many people support it? 6 pops that belong... They're going to hate it. Just suppress them. So the other faction we were suppressing got traded in for this faction that we're now suppressing. I'm tired of having to go throw people into slavery. San Pete Cisco, Petersburg, Pitami, San Pitego, and Pitan. Alright, well, let's go see who gets to be a slave now. You know, I'm trying to wage a war over here, and you guys are really harshing my mellow. That's all I'm going to say. My mellow is getting dramatically harshed by your constant... And this transport fleet, are you about to invade? Yeah. My mellow is constantly being harshed by the fact that I keep having to go slap people into slavery. Let's just start at the top of the list here. Got a population on Petersburg who supports this. Where are they? Not a slave. Problem solved. Who else? Who else wants some? I'm tired of you guys and your stupid, ridiculous factions. It's time for you to get on board with what the Peterian Empire is all about. San Pete Cisco is in one of our sectors. Petersburg we already handled. Pitami I know is in one of our sectors. San Pitego and Pitan is in it. Okay, so San Pitego is a primary system. That's the guy here. Congratulations, welcome to indentured servitude. And then we've got a bunch of subsector guys. Okay, so San Pete Cisco. Let's find you. If I could type, that would help. Tacilium. All right, let's go there. San Pete Cisco is here. And who's my... Okay, we got an energy guy. Actually, we have... What's your issue? What the hell faction are you a part of that's not a slave? Internal Growth Initiative. Oh, are you a member of the Popular Vote Society? Wow, we have 2 people on this planet who need a little bit of attitude adjustment. All right. There are no slaves on this planet. I'm baffled, honestly. We have a planet that has no slaves on it. What the hell? No slaves? None. I guess, wow, talk about San Pete Cisco being progressive. It's a wonderland. They don't have any slaves. None. What the hell? No slaves? That's unheard of. All right, who's down in Pitami? It's in Olam. Our planetary manager. Okay, well, you're a slave now. And here, get to work busting rocks down in a mine. Congratulations. Also, we should definitely build a power plant here. I don't know why we don't have one. Manage planet. Right. These are sector planets. I keep forgetting. Hey, I'd like to point out, district guy, whoever's managing that, you're doing a real shitty job. San Pitego was one of our regular planets, correct? Yeah, so that one's already adjusted, and then it's just Pitan, which is one of our new planets. Pitan uses the former sector of Pava. I could still make Pitan. These guys are producing a buttload of power. So, of course, is this also a planet with... This is also a planet with no slaves. Huh. Well, I don't want a slave here. It's going to be a long time before we get population growth. But I can't have... Honestly, that feels like it was about a wash, wasn't it? We got, what, 17 total power generation out of that way? We get 8. Well, we get 1 more out of this if we swap them. We have 18. Back to the war, then. These factions and their progressive... Oh, can't we just not be the galaxy's scourge? Why do we have to be a scourge on the galaxy, Pete? You have to be a scourge because I said we're a scourge. We're humans. We don't have a choice. This is how humans work. We are a galactic scourge. We have terraforming gases, terraforming liquids, Teldar crystals, and Petharan dust. Okay, energy has rallied up nicely then. We're at a +9 a turn now. We're starting to make some of that back. That covers the gap that our sector down here is costing us, I believe, as well. Yeah, they're only down to -7, so we're good. Empire-wide, we have a net gain in energy. It's a small net gain, but it is a net gain. Armies should be landing on Avik Zajaks here, and once we conquer this, this may be the end of the war. They are invading. This invasion is going to go very well. They got a lot of armies, though. This planet was pretty well defended. Their fortifications are absolutely annihilated, so their armies are going to take catastrophic damage. Oh, never mind. These are mostly... Oh, these are militia. They got nothing. Never mind. We're killing their actual peoples, too. And their last defensive army is dead. We have occupied the planet, and unfortunately, that is not enough war score. We need 6 more. So we're gonna have to go get ourselves another planet then. Alright, I mean, I have confidence. Balal? Total war. Oh, we can't actually reach that planet. Do they have another planet we can reach? Oh, we didn't occupy this planet? Well, here we go. We've already destroyed everything in Amgathora, so we'll just go down there, send in an invading fleet. And ultimately, we will destroy it. I guarantee they're going to send like a counter fleet out here to harass us in this planet. The second Husk squadron here does have a tiny bit of power. And if they do that, well, our response might be to just go to their home system and level it. We have 1,000 minerals. We're kind of stymied for energy. Let's go communicate with Zuracorp. Zuracorp, I would like to trade for energy credits, and I will give you 1,000 minerals for 500 energy. We've got minerals out the butt at this point. We're rolling in minerals. 218. We can make almost 1 destroyer a turn in minerals. What we don't have, though, is energy, and we need some. Did you guys just expand? Ah, they did expand. I don't suppose you're within... They expanded to within our zone of terror. Do I really want to go to war with the Bright Concord? At this point, I'm not really very afraid of the Bright Concord because they've been in a war with Frank Mooterwood for a good long while, and old Frank's been giving them the what for. Yes, that's right, Pete. The old what for, as they say. Frank Mooterwood has been, in fact, giving it to him. I've been giving it to him hard. I've been giving them to him deep, and let me tell you, Pete, they really have not been fans of the endeavor. This will keep this ship busy for the foreseeable future. Arbiter's taken care of. Let's put some of these let's put some of these construction ships to work, but I'm not really sure we have anything for them to do. We could come up here and build another mine and another research facility, which... Did the Ilmarine, did you guys build your own? Oh, they built their own construction ship. Well, I mean, I'd have gone out there and done that for you. The construction ship thing is really sort of my gig, guys. While you're building and paying maintenance on construction ships, I have a bunch that are already idle, just sitting up here doing nothing. Don't really need you guys wasting resources that could be built on improvements to get us out of our food deficit, which, by the way, we are out of, finally. So the Sanchez is idle now. We have closed borders with these guys because I know they're rivaled. Yeah, we're rivaled with them. So they're not going to let us in there to poke around and touch their planets. Let's do this instead. You come down here and survey this system. I know we gave that order to somebody else, but I want to have you survey it first because I think... going to build a wormhole station over here and just see what... really, my only goal with building a wormhole station over there is to try and prevent the Obraxi hive from continuing to expand. I want to probably throw a frontier outpost up there just to kind of block them off a little bit. It's more of a defensive outpost. I really want to end this war this episode, though. Which we should easily be able to do that. We should be able to end this war this episode. As soon as our fleet comes down here, we can bomb this planet into submission, take our armies, ride over here to glory. What are you doing? You're going to go blow up a wormhole station? I mean, you don't really need to do that. It's fine. Balak's total warfare plan. I can't dissuade the guy from destroying pointless assets. He just won't stop. I appreciate you not destroying that mining station, realizing that the war is very nearly... I just moved the stevedore by accident. Whatever I told you to do, I take it back. I immediately regret it. Survey is complete. The science ship Wu is idle. Is there anything for Wu to do? Do you guys have closed borders to us? Close their borders. I'm just sure, why not? Here, come down here to survey this system. There's a lot of unsurveyed space in the empire of our future vassals. I haven't really gone out of my way to try and enhance our vassals' overall holdings, even though ultimately they will be ours. So enhancing our vassals actually does help us a little bit. Oh, never mind. I thought the general was going to show like a moment's restraint and not destroy something that could have potentially benefited us. But nah, nope, none of that. Malak Balal is total war all the time. The guy knows he gives his enemies no succor. If your enemies go to ground, leave no ground for your enemies to go to. That's the Balal. That's the Balal motto. Transport fleet. Oh, shit! Our transports are actually getting destroyed. I don't suppose we could land them back on the planet. Nope. That's going to be our entire transport fleet. Just got eradicated. Son of a bitch. I knew as soon as I abandoned it that was going to happen. Alright, get over there. And now what are we going to do? Spend a whole bunch of minerals and time rebuilding armies. Alright, give me an assault army. Petersburg, assault army. St. Peter's, assault army. It's time for a conscription effort from the Peterian Empire. Every planet will cough up one and precisely one assault army. Thank you. Bring them to the table. We really need to destroy these guys' ability to build armies is what we need to do. I'm thinking maybe we just rally the fleets. Since we're not going to have a fleet to invade this planet anyway, we take both of our fleets, we merge them up here, and we annihilate these guys. I've had enough of their shit. I'm tired of them being able to build planets at all. This is also going to cost us war score. That's the other thing. Maybe if we just wipe out their fleet, we'll be able to get enough war score to swing it. Yep, there we go. War score went down by... Well, I mean, it went down by like 2, but it did go down. If we go wipe out and destroy their fleet, just utterly annihilate it, that might give us the war score we need to achieve our goal without actually having to occupy another planet. Which makes all those assault armies I just built completely pointless, but, you know, that's maybe beside the point. How does our... Okay, our food is finally starting to rally up here. We're back online in the food department. Is there anything for all of these idle construction ships to do? Literally any job would be fine. Come here, build a mining station. Okay, Goibnu. Go there, build a mining station. Yuvav Was. I mean, they're already here, so build 3 mining stations. Is there anything anywhere in the Empire that would be useful for you to do? Yes, actually. Come up here and build a... I'll just move... You know what? I was going to say, come here. Don't move there. Belay that order. Come here and build me a wormhole station, actually. And what about this ship? Is there anything at all that this thing can do that is... You know what? We really... We've so developed the entire galaxy. Here, build mining station. Okay, I was going to say, as soon as we get to the point where we can't have all of our construction ships doing something simultaneously, we're going to start abandoning some of those construction ships, because if we can't use them, there is no reason to be paying maintenance on them. We're just wasting energy credits. It might be a level of micromanagement that at this stage in the game is completely unnecessary, because of, like, what's one energy credit every now and then? Oh, they're bombing they're bombing our planet. Don't worry, the cavalry's on the way. Actually, the cavalry is already here, in fact. I'm gonna destroy them, please. There's our army recruitment. So that's taken care of. That's a lot of armies. It's gonna take us a lot of time to gather those together, and I think for now, we'll just leave them on whatever planets they happen to be on. We'll come back for them later. 2,000 versus 679. We have 17 destroyers and 4 corvettes. We also have the actual army on backup. And the general is wasting no time. He is moving to engage. Like the noble and stalwart Picard, he has gone forth. 5.8k, we've only got him, you know, about 10 times overforced here. I don't think this is going to be much of a fight.
Research complete.
That's what I like to hear. Plasma throwers are unlocked. Unlocks a module observatory, a rare technology. Powerful sensor arrays can be added to the structure of orbital spaceports. They provide excellent sensor coverage of the surrounding regions. I don't care about that at all. Antimatter power I care about a very great deal, however. 78 months to research. That's an extraordinarily long time. Advanced, yeah, I would rather have the advanced shields, really. Are you guys destroyed yet? Oh, you are now. Okay, fleet and fleet. I want you two to merge, please. Merge together. Just merge together. And come out here. Also, you come out here. I want all of these ships. Whether by honorable or dishonorable means you have defeated us in combat, claim your spoils, and rue the day of our return. They unconditionally surrendered? Best possible outcome. We have won the war with the following demands: humiliate, vassalize, and cede planet. Okay. They just straight up gave up. That's what I like to see. And another, wow, our galactic exterminatus continues. These boys are our vassals now. We've done it. We own them. Oh, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. All right, Sanchez. It's time for you to come out here, see what there is to see, and exploit whatever there is to exploit, I suppose. Which you're doing what at the moment? Oh, you were surveying that. Are you done? You must be done. Here, survey that, and then, like, also probably that. That'll keep you busy for the time being. Somebody's going to have to be assigned to research all of the debris that we have left everywhere. I want you guys to merge into one fleet, and when that is finished, we're going to send you guys home for repairs. Somebody got a level. Alexander Tuganev has leveled up. That's fantastic. Come on, fleets. Let's do this. Merge to form Devastator. You can't be that far apart. And there we go. Not a distraction. Now what I would like for you to do, go get repaired. Fly back to the nearest place of origin or convenient parallel dimension. The Aryan Empire, by the way, we did just give our vassal a little bit of extra territory. They're still disloyal, though. Their fleet power is equivalent compared to ours. I don't think it is. Their naval capacity is inferior. Their technology is equivalent. We've been suppressing them a little bit. Why are they so angry at us, though? It's got to be the genocide. Yeah, it's definitely the genocide. Other than that, they kind of like us. They're bigots. I mean, we still have positive modifiers on this, despite the 190 penalty we got for the whole genocide thing. So you know what? Go ahead and be disloyal. I don't care. It just means you won't help us fight. We don't need your help. I did just give... How come we didn't get any kind of positive... We got no positive attitude modifier for the fact that we just gave them a planet. Huh. It seems like... is that maybe rolled into the trust thing? We should have gotten some manner of benefit for the fact that we gave them straight up a planet. These guys are going to absolutely despise us. We could get rid of that closed here. Open the borders. That's fine. You can come on over, guys. We just want to do anything we can to make you feel more at home as the new subject of the Peterian Empire. Come on aboard. You'll find that, you know, it's not all genocide and devouring of babies. I mean, it's mostly genocide and devouring of babies. Granted, the Peterian Empire, we have some quirks, but you're on the inside now. You don't have to worry about it. And you may be thinking to yourself, you know, being on the inside is actually how we got ourselves in this. Holy shit, the Valdari, though. We have a deal with the Valdari that lets us see their stuff. Third Star Hunters, that's the Othethi. So they have about a 1,500 strength fleet against the Valdari's 6,400, roughly. If it came down to a scrap with Frank Muterwood... Ooh, no, wait a minute. That's the Pobel... Okay, never mind. Pobonian? Who are you? So, the combined might of his foes right now for Frank Muterwood is about 4,400, and Frank Muterwood's overall fleet strength is right around 6,400. They're the second task force, though. Where's their other one? They gotta have another fleet. There has to be a... There can't be a second task force unless there's a first task force. Where are they? They might just be somewhere where we don't have sensor range. If we got into a scrap with Frank Muterwood, though, and this is his most powerful fleet, I feel like we could probably take him. 6,400? I mean, we're at equivalent fleet strengths right now. Let's go actually take a quick look at that. I'm about to wrap the episode up, but I do want to... Let's take a quick look. Quick look at what Frank Muterwood has got on the table. The Valdari are very angry with us. Mostly it's the genocide thing. Apart from the genocide thing, they actually quite like us. Equivalent. Fleet power equivalent, naval capacity equivalent. Technology is superior. That's an issue. They are unfriendly as well. What's the... They have 11 planets, 175 population versus our... Is there a way that we could tell our total population? I guess we could just go communicate with ourselves. Where's the Peterian Empire? Here we go. We have more people than they do. We also have way, way more planets, and that we have 20. So the Valdari must not have... If they're at 11 planets, they must not have any... They have no vassals and no districts. Huh. Well, that would explain their technological advantage, then. If they're rocking the 11 planets with no vassals, no districts, they are going to have a much, much smaller research penalty. But most of our research has been dedicated not to improving the peoples of our empire, but improving our overall combat effectiveness. We tend to research military technologies to the exclusion of everything else. I think we're going to be okay. If we have to scrap with Frank Muterwood, I think we can take him. Is that a fact, Pete? You think you can take Frank Muterwood, the greatest space cow who has ever lived? I'm a political genius, Pete, and not only that, a military genius. I did go, sir, to a military college. There is a reason I am in charge of the Valdari. And maybe, just maybe, you should ask yourself one thing, Pete. Just one thing. Do you not think that I want you to think that you can take me in a fight? Can you take me? Or is that merely the way I want you to believe reality works? I'm a shaper of reality, Pete. I am the master of spin. I, Frank Muterwood. I can make you believe anything. That's my power. And this time, what I want you to believe is that I am weak and that you can take advantage of me. And in that perception of weakness lies my strength. Come at me, bro, is effectively what I'm saying in somewhat more elegant terms. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Not today, Muterwood. Not today, but I think eventually. Right now, though, I'm going to wrap this up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see the continued explosive, blobbing, out-of-control growth of the Peterian Empire, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of Stellaris every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. Frank Muterwood and I will see you again soon.